Okay, yesterday I did a video, The Perfect Man. Today, from HuffPost, United Kingdom branch of it, I found an article, Heterosexual Married Men, a Redundant Species. There's no question mark on the end of the a redundant species bit, because usually these man-bashing articles are men redundant, are men surplus to female requirements, and so on and so forth. Anyway, this is by one Katie Beswick. Let's have a little look at Katie's profile. And Katie is a writer and academic from London. She researches theatre and politics and blah blah blah. And she has a blog, an autobiographical blog, Reasons to be Single. I'm all for that. And she won the 2013 Cosmopolitan Blog Award in the Best Sex and Relationships category. Good for her. She drinks whiskey on the rocks and occasionally practices yoga. All right. Now, even though the article I'm going to cover today is from 2015, I've just found this other article she wrote in 2014. And again, this is for Huffington Post. The Silver Lining, Single Life, Kittens and Unrequited Love. Yeah, okay. And I'll just read you the first paragraph or part of it. She says, I fucking hate cats, usually. Like men, they're either ugly, good-looking but dumb to the point of irrelevance, or else transparently cunning. And also like men, they do that thing where they treat you with indifference until you withdraw your affections, and then they're all over you like salt on chips. Okay, straight back to her hit piece on heterosexual married men. And she starts off, I don't want to imply that there's no point whatsoever to heterosexual married men. That would be unfair. I'm sure some of them are quite good at their jobs, for example, and I'm willing to admit that they are necessary for impregnating wives, mowing the lawn, paying plumbers in cash, sustaining the golfing industry, getting the car washed, indulging in extramarital affairs they will come to regret, and so on. Socially speaking, however, they're redundant. Certainly they have no business whatsoever spending time in places where single heterosexual women hang out and talking to us. Let me make this quite clear to those married men who might be reading. When we're all dolled up out on the tiles with our cleavage packaged alluringly in satin, clutching an expensive cocktail in our newly manicured paws, we do not want to talk to you. When we're at the supermarket, bulk buying quavers, our leggings clinging to our peachy buttocks as we reach for the Tropicana, we do not want to talk to you. When we're chatting up your mate, running our fingers over the lapel of his suit jacket, laughing giddily while looking him right in the eye, we do not want to talk to you. You are nothing to us. You are there inevitably, but individually you are alike and forgettable like dust particles or pigeons. It's not that we're bitches. You are, that's right, you're not a bitch woman, you're a fucking cunt. Although it's likely that we are, you fucking damn right you are, bitch. And you'll notice her use, and this continues, is always the same with feminists. They use the collective pluralistic pronoun we in a tribalistic manner, as if they think they're speaking for all other women, or as if that's their tribe. It's like they disassociate themselves. Normal women do this in their conversation when it's we this, we that, we the other. They disassociate themselves from every male relative they've ever fucking had, and they totally betray them. This bitch is just not aware. Anyway, she blabbers on. We're more than happy to congratulate you on the birth of your firstborn or ask you about your weekend over the water cooler at work. In most circumstances, we'll be polite, friendly and accommodating. But don't get it twisted. You should know that we don't care about your jokes, your hobbies, or your opinions on the economy. We might pretend that we do, because social conditioning means we're programmed to act outwardly inferior to men who've had their confidence inflated by a woman making a public commitment to provide blowjobs on tap. So that's her opinion of married women. They made a public commitment to provide blowjobs on tap. Well, here in Britain there's a phrase, a word, tapped. And tapped means you can be tapped for money, someone can tap you for money, or you can be tapped as in fucked up in the head. And here in Wales we have a word tup, spelled T-U-P, and that means you're fucking stupid. This woman sounds tup and tapped. She continues, we have our regular retinue of female and homosexual male pals to offer hilarity, social commentary and networking opportunities. So she's one of those women who believes that gay men aren't redundant. Of course not, because if she said that gay men were redundant, Huffington Post would never publish this shit, because shit is what this is. So apparently gay men they're hilarious, but heterosexual men not. Okay, well, there's some good gay comedians, but most of them seem to be heterosexual. Social commentary, so homosexuals' opinions are more important. I don't even know what the fuck networking opportunities means. Heterosexual men are for flirting with in anticipation of sex. And if you're married, we're going to feel bad about doing that. Well, okay. God, who would want to go out on a date with this woman? I mean, I'd do it for research purposes, but fuck, I need a bottle of wine and fucking half a bottle of Valium to go with it to fucking tolerate her. She goes on, I'm not suggesting that marriage necessitates you becoming a recluse. By all means, head out with your boys to the gym or a nightclub or a football match. By all means, invite your existing female friends to the pub and challenge them to a game of pool in order to neutralise the bubbling sexual tension. Where does this woman get these ideas? By all means, take your wife out to dinner and make feeble witticisms at the waiting staff, but not on absolutely no account whatsoever are you to approach a single woman when she is out in public and behave as if your charisma is reward enough. It is not, unless you are uniquely charismatic like Jack Nicholson or Jesus. Christ! Fuck, no, she didn't say Christ, but what the fuck what is going on in there? Cosmopolitan bloody annual award, Jesus wept. I haven't read Cosmo in years. I should possibly reacquaint myself with the bloody publication. Oh, it seems here that she's not just pissed off with heterosexual married men. It all seems well, listen to this. We put up with our married female friends because we know there will be a time when our lives are back on a level playing ground. They'll get divorced or we'll get married and we'll find each other's company bearable once again. So that seems to be expressing an intense dislike of married women. Little bit of jealousy going on there, perhaps? Is this bloody woman capable of being in a relationship and sustaining it? Because, fuck, she does not sound like exactly the ideal partner. Anyway, let's continue. Once I'm married, you can invite me to dinner parties and we'll argue about the merits of the public versus the private school system until my husband takes me home because I've become shrill and obnoxious after too much port. Bitch, I don't think you need port to be obnoxious. You are obnoxious. I might grow to like you then and regard you as a friend, but that's the fictional future. This woman is a prize bitch. Is she trying to be satirical here? Because this is one of the worst articles I've read in a long time. I'll leave a link below, but I don't think there's much more to be said here. She blabbers, right now my life is hard enough, even though I spend 70% of it sleeping. Well, don't you work at all, bitch? I'll get straight through to the end. This post was first published on Reasons to be Single, Kate Beswick's award-winning satirical sex and relations blog. Okay, so she thinks she's being satirical. Well, I wonder how long it'll take me to find another article being satirical about men being redundant. Well, that literally took seconds. This is an article from The Telegraph by Rowan Pelling from 2009. Men are redundant, but let's keep them anyway. Without men, there would be no one to remove spiders from the bath. I'll just give you a paragraph. Yet I feel compelled, and not just as the mother of two small boys, to make a spirited defence of the weaker sex. Where would I be without my husband to read 80 pages of car manual in French to find out how the bat windscreen wiper works? Who would tug the dried lumps of excrement from our cat's backside? Who would explain the rules of cricket to an American? Who would clear a blocked drain of unspeakable clotted matter? Who would take hours to demonstrate the dreadnought manoeuvres at the Battle of Jutland, armed only with salt cellars and jam jars? Without men, there would be... Oh, she fucking prattles on. One of the posts below, because most of them are outraged, but one of them says, "Ms. Pelling, you are truly a master of witticism, and the inundation of disgruntled posts can only be a testament to your faculty for satire. So when women do it, it's satire, but if a man does it, he's a fucking bastard. And the Telegraph and the Huffington Post wouldn't dare publish articles written with the genders reversed, and everyone knows it. Fuck the Huffington Post and fuck the Telegraph." Thank you if you made it this far. Links below.